It's fine, none of my previous raid members would ever see this.
Alright, long recap notes.
Oh no.
You headed into the sewer to escort the waitstaff and cage survivor. They hid from a roving patrol that Bone saw. After the patrol passed, the group rushed to the temple and up through the hidden passageway into the stables. After the group got into the stables, Lethedra made her way out the window with Barney. The waitstaff asked what they were going to do now that the group had dragged them from the safety of their beds, where to go and what to do. What was left of the group said it was up to them to sort it out, and a verbal argument broke up. The older gentleman making his way to the door inside the villa property, and Manu stopped him, eventually punching and killing him. Rhea took issue with that and drew a sword to attack Manu for killing an innocent man. Manu fled, Riala gave her a warning, and Ray gave the waitstaff 10 gold before leaving. On fleeing back to the local city, heading to the Elsung Tavern, the group was stopped by Flaming Fist, searching and patrolling for the killer of Amrik Vanthampur. You all flashed your badges and was let go. On arriving back at Elfsong, Alan was worried about the coming and going Flaming Fist and them driving away his customers. He produced a drink that intoxicated Ray and Riala instantly. The group rested, giving Barney a chance to recuperate. You all decided to head back to the upper city and scout out the villa after her son's corpse was found. The lower city was nearly abandoned of people in the streets. The gates to the upper city were more heavily guarded. Riala and Manu, mostly Manu's presence, gained them access to the upper city where business was carrying on as usual. On getting to the villa, it was unguarded. The guards inside the property were gone, the gates open, front door open, house seemingly abandoned. The group headed down for the sewers again. We found a prison with a demon asleep on the floor, beating it to a pulp before it managed to get up. 2 prisoners in the cells. An older gentleman named Philaster Fisk, sent to search for Thavius Krieg's suspected contract from dealing with an archdevil. He had found a floor plan and memorized said floor plan. Manu produced the puzzle box the contract is believed to be inside of, and Philaster asked that after their business was done, the group would follow him to Candlekeep to speak to his proprietor, Silvara Savicus, to potentially open the box. An elderly woman named Satia Theonhune, a member of a wealthy and politically powerful family, she demanded that she be released. The group released them both, and Philaster led them to a secret door. On approaching the secret door, the group saw a ton of dead cultist bodies bleeding into the sewer water piled up in front of a door. The group opened the hidden door and found Duke Thalamra Vanthampur. Satir called out for the group to attack her. She rolled up her fists and prompted the group to bring it on. Lethedra was knocked unconscious via magical effect to her being attacked, but otherwise she was dealt with. Ray found 2 keys and a coin pouch. Lethedra, angry for being knocked unconscious and at Satir's calling out, losing the group the element of surprise, lashed out at Satir and killed her. Ray opened the secret door that Barney found by sliding into it. It led to the temple where Ray found Rhea, and the remaining waitstaff brutally murdered, their bodies mutilated. And that's where we are now.
Why did they go back?
Maybe they didn't feel like they had a choice. Well, whatever happened to them, they made their choice. We offered help. Gonna walk back this way and talk to whatever the fuck his name is.
Philaster.
Yes. And ask him about this vault he was talking about before.
He, looking around nervously, given Satia is dead in front of him, and the water rivulets is running red with the blood of the pile of guards up ahead, and he meekishly points up and says, "That's it. That's the vault there."
Where's he pointing?
At the pile of corpses.
Wonderful. Well. Anyone want to dig through a pile of bodies?
So is the vault a metaphor for these corpses?
Philaster says, no, it's a real vault, an actual vault.
Stepping over corpses.
As you approach the bodies and start stepping over them, you find that if it wasn't for the fact that there are robes and mass inside them, you would not know that they are actual corpses of people. Just about everything is turned into sort of a gelatinous mush.
Ew.
Before we go barging in anywhere, what are we gonna do with the sieve?
Philaster says, I'll stay here if that's fine with you.
Very well. Do keep in mind that if you want to take leave, then go for it. There isn't any guards from what I saw, but if you feel safer waiting here due to uncertainties, fine by me.
You can hear like an audible gulp, and he's like, I was sent here for that box, and by the gods, I'll stay with it.
Right, I forgot about that. Despite the fact that it was like 10 minutes ago. Feels like a week.
It's fine, it's fine.
A lot has happened.
You should be fine, just try not to piss off the cat.
What cat?
Hello.
Oh, that one. I thought you were talking about the other one.
I was like,
I was legit like confused for a second. I was like, wait, huh, what?
You mean the dead one?
The
Yes.
dead cat.
Try not to piss off the dead cat.
It's still so
Okay.
sad.
Curiosity. The mushy humans. Is it just the flesh, or is there signs of corrosion or damage to the?
It seems to be just like a fleshy mass with piles of robes and masks strewn about it.
So the robes and everything are fine.
Yes.
Gross.
So it wasn't like a acidic.
The best way to describe it would be as if one of those block spike things from Mario suddenly dropped down off the roof and squished them all.
They got swapped.
Yeah.
I get
Also
that reference.
on further inspection, there are no spikes in the wall or roof. That was just a metaphor.
So they got mulched.
Yeah,
Get wrecked, notes.
Charming.
and it is their pulpy mess that is running down the sewers.
Wonderful.
Do we perhaps have a key for this door?
Manu, didn't you get...
Ray is gonna
Didn't someone
step up
find
and have a
keys?
look and see if any of those 2 keys fit.
Yeah, so one key is just like a small plain steel key, something like for a chest, a plain chest,
That's the
or a
one.
dresser. The other one is rather large and seemingly made of like a bronze-like material, which matches the bronze door that you're all standing in front of. It is a large door, one solid piece with a keyhole in the middle.
Ray's just gonna hand it to Lethedra and take a step back.
Well,
Radio. I will.
Barney, are you staying where you are over the course of Satir, or are you moving up?
Wait, how damaging?
I will pick up the corpse and carry him with.
How damaged are you, Lethedra?
On a scale of 1 to 43, I'm at a 15.
Specific, but Manu, would you like to take charge then instead.
Alright. I'll open the dangerous door.
I mean, fine.
Maybe
We
we'll
don't
get
need you
lucky and
passing
something
out
will take him
again.
out.
Oofed.
Wow.
Alright, I'm going
yeah,
to
Riala is not happy with you.
shakily open the door. Put the
You-
key in and twist it.
So you are opening it, sorry?
I am now opening the door.
Alright.
Eyeball.
Make simultaneous intelligence, constitution, and wisdom saves.
Jesus.
This room contains 4 wooden tables with 2 small wooden coffers atop each one. Hanging on the wall opposite the door is a beautiful golden shield. Standing in front of the shield is an old man in plain garments carrying a lit candlestick. As he turns to face the door, you see that his shadow on the far wall doesn't match his form, but appears to be the shadow of a pudgy, horned fiend with small wings. With that, as the door is opened,
Shut up!
as the door is opened, you hear a soft, angel-like voice call out to you inside your mind and say, "Oh, thank the gods you're here. Please free me from this dungeon.
LOL?
I've been trying to call you for weeks.
I wondered where you went.
I've been trapped in this shield. I don't know how long I've been here for. And I feel there's been a curse placed upon me."
I'll do what I can, my friend.
And with that, the shield goes silent. Ray, as
Whoa.
soon as the door opens, you hear a husky voice say, "It is about times."
Times.
Yes, it is about time. I didn't raise you from the dead for you to spend all your time meandering around the city. I've been trapped here for time unknown. Get me out of here.
Where are you?
I'm trapped inside the shield.
Understood. I'll see what I can do.
Brains.
I just don't have cables at the moment.
Oh dear.
Is that it? Are we done? Secret times?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Whispers.
So yeah, as the door opens, the elderly man says, "Oh, thank God you've rescued me."
Ah, more old people.
Roll an insight.
Well, I mean, I feel like anyone with a vague sense of intelligence, including Lethedra, would go, that shadow doesn't match what? No. There's no rescuing happening here. So I would also like to insight, please. It is not
I
a-
think we should rescue the poor
Holy
old
shit.
man.
No, I'm convinced this is an old man.
I'm not. Maybe.
You know what? Barney's never been wrong.
Barney also said that out of character voice, so he might not have actually said it.
He's frantic to be rescued,
Oh, really?
and he takes, when I collect the right icon, takes a step forward saying, "The Vanthipers have had me trapped down here for weeks."
You poor thing. I'm gonna take
That
a
must have
step
been
towards
awful
him.
for you.
I'm just going to close up the hole just in case.
Oh wait, I'm around the corner. I'll be standing
Ray's
here.
just rubbing her hands together and just getting a little bit of force energy rolling around.
Hey,
her
you
body.
only rolled an 8. You're not doing much better than me.
Yeah, but so far, all the people that we've been sent to rescue have either died or tried to kill us.
Okay, fair.
That's accurate. That's accurate. It's got nothing to do with us or me in particular. Anyway,
He says, "Please, I'm Xavier's Krieg.
wait, what?
I've been trapped down here for weeks now."
Why
I'm
would
going
they...
to embrace him and tell him that everything's gonna be alright while I kiss his forehead gently. And then I'm gonna turn around and look at Ray and be like, see?
In the monastic way, of course. Why would the Vanthropers lock you in their vault, of all places?
They
Seems
have-
a strange place when they have a prison.
And a tower.
They have some sort of machinations about making the same thing happen to Baldur's Gate that happened to Elturel.
Speaking of
Speaking of-
Elturel, the fuck?
Would you happen to know what happened to Elturel?
He says, I have no idea. I was out visiting a local parish, and when I went to leave, there was nothing but a crater in his wake.
You know, the only person we have who was an eyewitness as to this guy's location, now dead. Just saying.
Yeah, well, that's not our fault.
Nope. We tried.
I mean,
We
a
tried.
little, a little bit.
Not very hard, but we tried.
I would
But
just
yeah.
like to say that I am still carrying my.
Oh yeah, wasn't
Okay.
that person looking for Krieg as well?
Yeah, well, the contract for his demon thing.
Oh.
Demon deal.
So as I sort of come around and get a little bit closer, peering in through the thing, yeah,
What is up
Yes,
with
we
your
can help you.
shadow, my dude?
He says, I don't know. It's been there since I entered this vault. No matter what I do, and he like waves the candle around, like to the left, and the shadow moves to to the opposite. Moves it to the right, moves it up, moves it down. He says, I can't get rid of it.
You could put the light out.
But then what happens if something worse happens when I can't see it?
Well, you didn't say anything about that. You just said you wanted to get rid of the shadow. That would get rid of it, right? Is that how that works? I don't know how that works.
I don't know how any of this works. I was
Yeah.
ruling a small town, the light of the land,
I'm
and
going to assume my 3 minutes are up on my
on your what?
Radiant Soul.
Oh right, yeah, you did that, didn't you?
Yeah.
With the
It only
angel ones and
lasts
stuff.
for... I think it's a minute. Yeah. I'm gonna assume that's way up.
Yeah, no, that's gone. In between the unhappiness and the NPC killing and the
Yeah,
looting,
that's
I'd
definitely
say it's
gone.
been a minute
No more Radiant Riala
for today.
for
I-
today.
Yeah, he says, please, and takes another step forward, and it's like, can you get me out of here?
Well, we probably can.
A
That
lot of
doesn't-
people
however.
are looking for you.
He says, I'm sure they are.
A lot of people seem to like you.
I'd like to think I was a good leader.
Well, everyone likes to think that, don't they?
Duke of Anthem clearly didn't like you.
He says, I don't know. I don't know how to. I don't know what to say about that. I fled when my city was nothing but a crater. I fled here, and it took all of hours. I was in the city for mere hours trying to find sanctuary before I was taken from the street.
Hmm. Hmm. Let's given up on being suspicious and is gonna go check some chests.
God
Fuck it.
damn it.
I say we save him. We've had too many casualties. This is one we can save.
Oh, really, Manu? We've had too many casualties. Why ever would we have had too many casualties, do
Just
you think?
let me do the right thing. Let me make it up to you by saving this old man.
He says, please, yes, save me.
Look at him. He's harmless.
Mm-hmm.
So you're looking in those two coffers.
Sure as shit am.
They are unlocked,
Cool.
and inside the one on what would be your left as you're facing them,
Yep.
is 30 electrum ingots,
Ooh.
and in the one next to it is 100 gold.
Ooh, I will put that in my inventory and not my GP listing so I can split it later.
Who uses electrum?
They're ingots, like
Ingots, not actual-
blacksmithing.
We'll be able to
I heard like
sell
as it
them
as
for
a
money.
currency for a minute. I'm like, huh?
It is a currency, but
It's a weird currency.
it's
Yeah,
something.
these are solid bars.
But we'll be able to sell them or use them for something else. So fuck it, I don't know. Cool.
So Thavius takes another step forward and says, "So I mean, can I leave? Will you escort me out?"
Maybe.
Where
Just
are you gonna
depends on
go?
who will escort you to.
He says, "I mean, I don't know the high castle. I need to find somewhere to stay safe. I need to report the injustices done against me."
And what about the injustices done against your city?
I don't know even where to begin. Manu, did you look in those chests, sorry, before you moved up
No.
next? No? Alright.
I didn't.
Lethedra, you're looking at these
Tossing
ones?
the room. Tossing the fucking room.
God damn it.
Someone's got to be the rogue, and apparently it's the barbarian.
Inside what would be the coffer on your right, 2 pieces of a broken dagger.
Okay.
Oh god, it's one of these again.
2-piece broken dagger.
Well, at least it isn't talking to her.
What languages do you speak?
Common, giant, and infernal.
Yeah, so there's runes carved along the hilt, but you don't know what they say.
Dagger. Got it.
Inside the chest next to that, 100 platinum.
100 PP to split. I have a lot of just money to split that we haven't stopped to be able to split yet.
Yeah.
Shopping episode!
Look at my money and I'm like, wait, surely we found something.
Oh yeah, I'm carrying a shitload. I have stuff. We have stuff to sell. I have 2 sets
Yeah.
of money.
Here our bank vault.
I have a bladder, a coin purse bladder that has stuff in it that I've got listed down.
I have a
somewhere.
line of credit with Lethedra.
Yeah. Apparently, the stupidest person in the group is also the fucking accountant.
This is gonna be great.
Thavius takes another step forward to the door, saying, "Excuse me, miss."
I'm gonna put my quarterstaff out to the spot beside me to block him off.
Yeah, that'll.
I may believe it's Thaddeus, but I don't trust him after everything I've heard.
He says, we'll just stay here amongst the viscera then." Lethedra,
Hooray for Viscera! Yes.
the coffer on your right, 100 platinum.
Ooh. We'll keep that separate. 100 PP, 2 split.
The coffer on your left, 2 azurite gemstones.
Azurite gemstones.
Wait, we're in
times
Azeroth now?
2. No.
You do seem awfully comfortable around Viscera.
He says, "I've been here for weeks. If I have to step through some fleshy jelly to get out, I will.
How have you
Fleshy
survived?
jelly is the best kind of jelly.
If you say so, cat lady."
If you've been here for weeks, how are you still alive?
Uh,
I
some
don't see any food in here.
He points at like some of the robes and the masks sort of floating at the top. He says, "Twice a day, they've opened the door and left a tray in, and he kind of looks at the ground, ashamed looking, and says, and a bucket."
How did you like that
It is
candle?
better than a hole.
Manu, keep an eye on our friend for a moment for me, and I'm gonna step forward and go look at the shield, which I'm assuming is this thing on the.
Yeah, I was
Yes.
absolutely leaving that to last.
The last 2 coffers.
Ray's gonna step past as well.
Both of those two coffers have 100 gold each inside them.
Alright, I'll just put those together then. 200 GP.
As Ray steps, I put my arm sort of out and be like, "Don't touch it,
Same to you.
I will touch it.
Lefedra. Don't touch the shield,
Let's
please."
not.
I would like to look it over and see spelled or magical in any way. What I can discern by looking at it.
Likewise.
Y'all are no fun.
Are either of you proficient in Arcana?
No.
Yes.
I should become
Ray,
proficient
you
in
can make an
Arcana
Arcana check.
It's and gigs.
Please, for the sake of God, just work for me.
Decent.
Name.
There is definitely a magical presence around the shield.
Can I discern what type? Or is that a wizard only thing?
I would say it is a type that you don't know.
Okay, I tried. So
Old
I
man,
wouldn't
how
know
did
if
you-
it's for a trap or anything like that.
How did you light that candle you're holding?
He holds up his hand, where, like with his fingers splayed, and instead of 5 nails, he has 4 and 1 bloody stub. And points to the ground, and there's a divot.
No.
There's a divot on the ground.
No. No.
Fun.
Ow.
He says, yes, and kind of like tucks it like into his armpit and says, if it's all the same to you, I'm very eager to leave.
I can see why you didn't want to put that candle out. You worked hard.
God damn. I'm gonna reach out.
In time.
Oh no. Riel is gonna reach out and just put their hand on the shield, and see if anything happens.
There's
Yeah,
a,
as soon as you're suggesting same time, Riel is already doing it.
Ray's just like looking over his shoulder, like, what the fuck? And just, oh,
Motherfucker.
there's as you reach out and touch it, there's a soft, like at your touch, there's a soft, like pong sound, but otherwise nothing happens.
Huh. The Shield of Pong.
you just need to find the shield of pinging now.
And then you can do that Dark Souls thing with 2 shields.
Alright, I'm gonna take the shield off the wall.
For
If I
reference, if you check the general channel, that's what it looks like.
Ah.
Ooh.
Damn. Badass.
Ooh.
Does any of us use shield? I am
I'm not.
capable.
I don't care if anyone can use shield. I'm not giving the shield to anyone.
Wow. Wow.
Yep.
I was just going to say I am capable, but I don't want to.
I'm pretty sure no one can use shields anyway.
I literally just said that I can.
Yes, apart from you, no one can and or wants to use a shield.
There we go.
It's a big ass
Important
shield though.
distinction.
So who's taking it?
I will take it down off the wall.
Alright, so it comes off the wall easily.
That's cool.
Alright, and there's nothing else I can discern about it. Any way to...
No, as you take it off the wall, there's 2 like grips on the on the other side for where your forearm would sit. Otherwise, it is a shield.
Alright, for now I'm going to affix it to my pack on my back.
Yep, and it's easily enough done.
Ray might just give like a little knock onto it as well, just to discern it.
Ding ding.
I'm immediately going to turn to you and go, "Don't do that! You'll hurt it!"
Wow.
Heard what?
Oh no.
Yeah, as you knock on the shield, you just again hear pong 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 sort of ring out and echo slightly in the stone chamber.
Mm.
Strange.
Brody is suspicious, but Lethargia is stupid.
And again, Thavius,
I'm
looking at
just
Manu.
gonna gently, as I affix it to my pack, I'm just gonna gently hand on the shield.
And Thavius looks at Barney and says, "Please, half-orc lady, please let me leave."
Of course, you can leave at any time.
Whoa,
Like,
hang
I
on,
mean,
hold
like
up.
we're about to leave ourselves. I mean, I have to do something with this body. I have to take it, prepare it.
He says, "Thank you, ma'am," and goes to
Whoa.
tiptoe
Nope.
forward.
No, I stop him.
Come
He
back over
says-
now that I have the shield.
Looks at Manu and says, but the lady said I could leave."
Well, Barney says a lot of things that they don't mean. The group as a whole is rather impulsive, as it were.
I was just thinking about the old punch test. If he dies, he was innocent. If he lives, then he's a witch.
I was gonna say it's like checking for a witch.
I mean, that is one way to find out.
I mean, not that we're. I mean,
We've heard some rumors about you, and you're not so savory dealing.
We did.
You're not a popular person. I will
But
say that.
you just said a moment ago I was popular.
Oh no,
Sarcasm is a bitch.
I said leaders like to think that they're popular.
The sentence you said before that is that you are well liked.
I believe I said unliked, or popular among those who do.
It's a super shit time to cut out.
Really?
He says, "What? I mean, surely you're not just going to leave me down here."
maybe
Well,
if you turned
no.
out your pockets first.
Manu, don't shake the man down.
He just starts frantically. He puts the like the candle and the candlestick on the ground,
I'll
sort of
hold that,
gently.
I'll hold that. Don't worry about that.
And he says, "Yes, please, thank you." And he just starts like shamelessly turning his pockets. He has nothing on him at all, except for a mace, like on his waist. But he drops it on the ground, like just unhooks it from his waist, drops it on the ground, says, I have nothing."
I don't know what to do here. He seems so innocent.
Well, we can
Lethargia,
take it
in
from
her
there.
disinterest in this, in trying to work out this, and would much prefer to just kind of hit him, is
I
gonna
mean,
pull out those pipes with the rats on it and just kind of fiddle with them for a bit.
Mhm.
Funsies. Not playing them yet, just playing around with them, not actually.
I suppose we can always take him to our benefactor. They might have some interest in him.
Says, "Please, yes. I mean, literally anywhere but here." Manu and Thavius, as you two are like standing in the door and the door is open, there's like a slow creep of viscous material like creeping in amongst your feet as well.
oh god.
Lovely. Alright, I'm gonna wander back out, and I'm gonna go talk to the guy.
And
Remember-
Thavius goes to follow you.
Whoa. Okay. Hold up.
He says, "Oh my,
Hold up.
by the gods,
Uh,
what else do I have to do and say?"
no. Take your candle back. I need more balance when I'm traversing the bodies.
I want to go talk to the guy who memorized the floor plan, and I'm gonna be like, do you remember anything else notable of interest in that floor plan? Anything else we may wish to investigate?
He says, if I remember correctly, there's a storage room and a wine cellar. There's a kitchen, a dining room, like a sleeping chambers for all the. And he kind of looks over at the group of dead bodies. Says, I believe it would have been them.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I mean, I'm not too sure.
That's right. It seems we've found most things of interest. And apparently, you're ruler of Elturel.
He says, oh, that is interesting.
I don't trust him.
I wouldn't either.
But there's not much we can do with him at the moment, so... Are you coming? I'm gonna yell back.
He says, maybe we can convince him to come to Silvera with us at Candlekeep. She should hopefully be able to open the puzzle box and bring the all justice to light.
I'm gonna turn back and be like, that sounds great. Quick question. What does it mean when someone's shadow doesn't match their body?
I don't know. That's an odd question.
Very odd.
I don't know what to say to that.
Everyone's apart from the guy, everyone's pretty far away.
Yep,
Okay.
looks like it.
Cool. DM, can I have
More secrets. I'm going to take a wild guess and say that was DM. Can I have you on the secrets channel, please?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
because they left. Yes.
Oh, fine. Thank you, Bubby. I'm just gonna turn and like whisper to the shield, and I'm gonna ask if LOL knows anything about shadows that don't match the person.
And in a very soft and faint voice, you hear, I don't know much about that. Normally, the shadow tells all. But I've been stuck with him for a few weeks now, and he hasn't changed his manner or his visage. The entire time he has been an elderly looking man.
Have you, from where you were hanging, do you know anything? We've found a lot of and devil worship.
He says, sorry, the female-ish voice says, I believe that was part of the curse placed on me to trap me here. And if I understand it correctly, I can only be set free by being taken to the Nine Hells.
Oh, lovely. That sounds like a fun holiday.
If you can get me there, I can assure you safe passage out.
Well, that's something at least. We've heard a few things about the Nine Hells. A city was dragged there, I believe.
I believe
Through...
it was the workings of someone nearby.
Well, word on the street is this man you've been in the room with is responsible.
If that is the case, I haven't seen anything to confirm that. Normally there's a contract of sorts, or some sort of magic.
We may hold that with us too.
Don't try to open that box. It's very dangerous.
Yeah, someone tried. They're still here. Fortunately or unfortunately, I'm not sure yet. But
if you're looking to me for guidance on what to do with the old man, unfortunately I don't know.
that's alright. It was worth a shot. I will do my best to see you freed.
I appreciate that, child.
Alright. I'm going to assume the NPC has heard all of this, or at least my side.
It does seem to be telepathic.
Cool. Nice. So does that mean that I can be certain that if I talk to them, no one around me will hear?
Yeah, you can be.
Awesome. Alright, I think that's everything I had. So I will jump back up.
Alrighty.
That's really weird. I thought there was
We're
a
back.
constitution increaser.
I mean, one of them has a potential constitution increase, the one I read out before.
I hope you're all
Any
enjoying the
visits?
stream so far, the people that are watching.
So,
Lithedra gets bored and blows a big note on that fucking pipe. Discordant as fuck. She can't play pipes for shit.
Oh, really? I'm right next to you.
Yes, that. She can play the lyre.
The lyre is very Look, winds and wind
That's
and
why I
strings
said
very
she
different
can't play.
instruments.
That's why I said she can't play pipes for shit.
Exactly.
Plus, she's bored. Just be glad she's playing with the pipes and not the bag of beans.
As you blow a note on the pipe,
Yay.
you all start to hear a massive scurrying claw on stone,
Yay.
and
I thought
you
that
all
was what this
see
was.
piles and piles of rats come charging down, charge through the viscous liquid mass out the front of the vault,
Gross.
and
Fucking gross.
they all pile up at your feet, Lithedra.
Delivery.
Did you just summon dinner for yourself?
I'm gonna walk back over and go, what the hell is happening over here?
I was
just a plague.
playing with the pipes that I found in that chest that exploded or set gas off or something that wasn't fun in the house. And I blew a note through it. Didn't sound good, and now I have rat friends.
You know what? I'm not even gonna ask. Alright. Let's take this guy to what's his name? Your friend Manor. Maybe he can deal with him better than we can.
Taking Candleman to Candlekeep.
No, taking Candleman to
Check your journal, Lithedra.
Flaming Fist.
He says, Philaster sort of takes a couple of steps, like tenuous, slow steps forward, and says, I don't know anything about the Flaming Fist, but Candlekeep is a little ways away.
Oh. So would, just as a rules clarification, would we call the fact that I was wandering around playing with it as my attunement, because it doesn't work without attunement?
Yes.
Cool.
Yeah, we have a job to finish for the Flaming Fist.
He says, I mean, you've already done enough for me. I won't get in your way. But if you are still interested in coming to Candlekeep, I'd like to tag along with you all. I don't exactly feel safest in Baldur's Gate anymore.
What if we
You
invite
and me
both of you to join the party?
Philaster says, that sounds great. At least until
Excellent.
Candlekeep. Not to be rude, but once I get to Candlekeep, I'm probably never ever going to leave ever again.
I wouldn't blame you. Once
And
our job here is done, I wouldn't mind getting out of Baldur's Gate either.
and Thavius says, once we get out of here, I really should go speak to some sort of higher up figures, find
No.
safety and explain the situation to everyone.
We can't leave Baldur's Gate for too long. Its name is in the city name is in the title of the campaign.
What are you talking about?
You said we're having a party.
What is this fourth wall? And why is it broken?
My reflection. Alright, old man, I think it's best you stick with us though, because it's a dangerous place out there for a high-profile man such as yourself.
There is no way him stepping out of this vault is going to be good. Let's do it.
Yep.
So
I am keeping a very close eye on him.
you let him leave.
Against my better judgment.
Yeah,
Yes.
he does like a tiptoe step into the viscera, and the shadow disappears, and he
Cool.
steps around Riala and says, which way, lovely
Just this
lovely
way,
orc
this way."
lady. Okay.
Well, would you like to go through a wine cellar or a stable?
I'm not picky. Whichever is
Let's
quickest.
go through the wine cellar. I want to see if I can grab another.
Let's go the quickest route.
So tell me, old man, are you good in a fight?
Will you let him pick his mace back up?
You know what? I'll allow it.
So before he, assuming you didn't stop him, before he would have stepped off, he would have picked his mace back up. And he says, I mean, I've been trained as part of the courts. You know, all noble-born citizenry is trained. And he taps the handle of his mace.
Excellent.
I will warn you, you do have nefarious and intentions. That we have already killed one Duke of the city.
I assume
So,
you mean Thalamra?
yes.
At this
I would
point,
hope that we
I'm
have
glad for it. She
Your
kidnapped me.
testimony about her actions.
Yes, of course. Whoever you need me to speak to about whatever, I mean, I really just want to get out of here.
Onto the cellar.
I did suggest the quickest route, but either way.
Is Barney there? I haven't heard him talk in a while.
I am just carrying this body, and you know,
Fair enough.
as
I
long
just
as we're
seem to
not
be
killing
having
this old man, I have nothing.
Why are you carrying the body again?
Well, we should probably bring it up with us.
Are you just humoring him?
So, what is the intent? I mean, it's as far as you guys know, it's clear to make your way all the way up through the cellar if that's the way you want to go. Where do you,
Well,
what do you want to do
first-
when you get out?
Yeah, I
I
would
wanna-
want to head to the house still cautiously, but when we get out, I believe would be aiming for the Flaming Fist guy who gave us the job.
Zodge.
That one.
Also,
I
I
check
want
my
to take
notes.
Phallus to the side and just talk to him real quietly and be like, so when we get up the top, there's no mention of us taking care of that old lady, right?
God.
Make a persuasion check with advantage, or intimidation, whichever one it is you're trying to do.
Excellent. Excellent.
Kind of see what happens if you roll in that one.
Oh, yeah.
It was. Okay, you did. Just gonna point that out. You did.
As you pull him aside and say what you say, you hear a very audible look. He says, "No, of course not, sir."
Cool. Let's get on with the box smashing and let's get back up to the surface.
Alright, Elithedra has plundered everything she can plunder.
Sure as shit has.
Yeah, out of
Cool.
those coffers, yeah, all of them have been opened and looted.
I have so
Nice.
many things.
Alright.
I assume we.
I'm gonna make sure that what's his name, Krieg, is walking in front of me. Like I want to keep an eye
Yeah,
on him.
I'm actually gonna walk behind him as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just not moving all the tokens, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
that's like that. If we're
what-
just going out through the house, it's not really that.
Riala, what did you want to do on the way out? Sorry, you said you wanted to do something on the way out.
A, I want to see if I can grab another bottle of wine from the wine cellar. And B, I would be going out cautiously, just making sure that nothing's untoward or is going to fuck us up as we leave.
Yep. Give me one sec. You want to get another one similar to the one you already have?
Yeah. One of the expensive ones.
Now that you have one, you go into the wine cellar, kind of look around. There's hundreds and hundreds of bottles of wine. There are 17, the exact same as the one you've got.
Can I take them all?
I would say realistically you could take 5 or 6 in your pack.
I will take them.
Meanwhile,
I'll take 5.
Meanwhile, Lefedra's thinking, I should try and get some of that fucking brew that what's his face made. That knocked
Alan.
the shit. Yes, Alan. That knocked the shit out
So
of
I would
Rihanna.
have 6 of that one, and the other one was worth. So
Yep. So you all make your way up the stairs. Who would be
Yeah.
going up first?
Bones.
Can I have
And then
Bones
I
make
assume
a...
me at the front with the health.
Yeah, can I have
Perception check?
Bones make a perception check, please?
Shit.
It seems to
$15,000.
be entirely abandoned still.
Seems clear, but still keep your wits about you.
Sure.
And with that, we'll take a quick break.
Thank you.
I have a request. Can we finish up at like 10:15 tonight? Oh, sorry, not your 10:15. The real 10:15.
Wow. So,
Wow.
like-
45-ish minutes.
oh shit, really?
Really,
That's
really.
our 10:15.
Ah, your 10 sucks.
Caught it. It's only gonna be. Oh, fuck's sakes.
Well, if that's the case, I'm gonna go out and quickly have a come back in.
Yeah, quick diary. Me too.
So everyone's back.
Yar.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, you make your way up to the villa. It is still seemingly abandoned.
Why you gotta say seemingly?
Yeah.
Because you don't know.
To the best of your knowledge, it is completely empty of occupants.
Does anybody else have a bad feeling at all?
Always.
No.
No, damn it. I mean, yeah, as we go through, I am keeping an eye out.
Yeah, you can make a perception check if you like.
Something other than that one.
17.
There you go.
To the best of your knowledge, it's abandoned.
Alright, if anyone asks, we came here looking for Duke Vampanther, found no one at home, thought it was suspicious, did a welfare check, and found the secret entrance. And this is where we found those two.
Don't you have to call the police for that?
We are technically under the police employ.
We
Oh,
are
yeah.
the police.
Oh shit.
I wish I had a soundbite of Judge Dredd. Just saying, we are. Ugh.
See, unfortunately, my brain instead goes to Dragon Ball Z Abridged. I need an adult. I am an adult.
As you stop at the top of the stairs, both Thavius and Philaster, can we leave, please?
Don't worry, we're leaving.
Just stick with us and you won't be the ones getting killed.
I hope he's joking.
As
No.
yeah, you make your way through the seemingly abandoned mansion. You get to the front door. There's nothing there.
Cool.
Like the way you say it.
I know.
That's the point.
You open the gate, Lethedra?
Sure shit am.
Yeah, just
Right at the front door.
regular upper city thoroughfare.
Alright.
Seemingly
guess
normal upper city day.
I
Gonna
don't know
try
about you
and
guys,
take
but I think that was a resounding success.
fist, dude. Take the
Both
NPCs.
Thavius and Philaster following in tow.
Oh god, it's an escort quest now.
Yeah.
Again.
Shit, I hate these. They
Mission.
always walk faster than you walk, but slower than you run.
Yup.
Damn it, what's the movement speed of the NPCs?
29 feet per second.
God fucking damn it.
just enough to be annoying.
I'm still carrying the body, just trailing along behind everyone as we take everyone to the guard camp.
Yeah.
Why did you decide to bring this particular corpse out?
Well, I mean, we're responsible for its death.
Also-
Whoa, Barney, no. Just leave it on the ground.
Here's the thing, though. We could technically try and say that Duke Vampanther killed her.
And then we might get some of the wood.
Why would we lie about this?
Why wouldn't we?
Barney, she has lots of money.
Because I really don't want her family after me.
Yeah, me neither.
I think for now, Barney, maybe leave the body in the house and we can tell the guy about it.
No.
What if we put her on the pile of viscera and just collateral damage?
For a start, the visitor is already downstairs, and I mean, we are not culpable for its murder. Only one of us.
Alright, let's try and get a body past the guards. The lower city.
Yeah, last time I carried a body past the guards, at least the body was, alive.
You're carrying somebody who's dead, who's known in the upper city parts, into the lower city. Do you know how
to
bad
her.
that looks?
According
Yeah,
to
we
her.
can't do this. Barney,
Barney, drop the fucking body. Leave it in the house. We'll come back and get it later.
No, I'm walking in.
God damn it!
I love it when the party doesn't get along at all.
I know,
the
it's
best.
such a great dynamic. I'm
It's the
enjoying this
best.
so much.
All right. Let me take you to the map.
To the Zodge man.
To that guy.
Ray's walking like 30 feet behind.
Alright, definitely not leaving through the same gate we came in on, because those guards were dicks.
Yeah. So which gate would you like to go through now?
I'm pretty sure we've been
there's
through
only
all
two
of them.
left.
We only really have the two down here.
Yeah, there's two left.
Do we really want to walk that
Did-
far?
we
Where
have-
are we going to just find the guy? Basilisk Gate.
Basilisk Gate. Last
Yeah,
last
walking down there
weekend.
would be so much farther.
You go through that one.
Well,
Yeah.
What gate did we have success with last time where we could easily just be like, yeah, we're just...
One of these two with the red circles around
Yeah,
it.
let's take this one near the Y of the upper city and then just head to Basilisk Gate if we get through.
This is gonna go poorly.
This really is.
Which one are you going through? Sorry.
The one in the middle. The one we've already been to.
Yeah, the one in the middle.
As we're walking, Barney, my friend, what do you plan to say when we're questioned about the corpse you're carrying?
Is
I'll
is
say you're
anyone
about
in the
halfway.
street looking at us?
Yes.
Yes, everyone.
Always assume yes.
What sort of expressions do they have on their faces?
Bad ones.
Shocked and appalled.
Cool. Anyone called the guard on us yet?
No, but as you stop to look around and make eye contact with a few of the people watching you, they run off in different directions.
This is fun.
Cool.
It's just Barney scaring him off.
As I said, I'm just walking 30, 40 feet behind. It's just like, I'm not associated with them right now. I'm annoyed.
I'm gonna turn to the El Terrell dude, Krieg, or whatever the frick his name is.
Fabius, yes.
Yes.
Fabius Krieg.
And be like, if this goes poorly, we may need you to pull some weight.
He doesn't have any weight here.
Make a persuasion check.
Everyone here thinks he's a
Nat
giant
20.
douche.
It's a
Wow.
27.
Wow. What you
He's
gonna
still the
do?
leader of Al Terrell. That may at Lee grant us a pass enough to get an audience with someone and explain what's been happening.
Yeah, sorry, I didn't realize I didn't push my push to talk button. He says, yes, it's the least I can do.
Hey, Barney, I never got a response from you. What do you plan to say when questioned about that corpse?
Actually,
Please don't threaten the bard.
interrupting Manu, he says,
Not the
also,
second time.
just, I mean, I don't want to insult your intelligence, but my city was taken, and I was kidnapped. I believe I'm going to be sought after. I imagine there's lots of questions to be answered. I hope you have something to get us through those gates. I'll say what I can, but there's no way to know that the guards just won't take me. Especially if you said I'm unliked.
We'll see what happens, but if it comes down to it and you can help, I would appreciate a hand.
I'm sure it'll be fine. We have 3 people who are very good at talking.
Apparently.
And I have many weapons.
He says, I mean, I can't doubt your abilities. Just wanted a fair warning. You saved me. It seems only fair.
Would you say that these guards are innocent?
Innocence? Did you say?
Yes.
Technically.
That I believe so.
Well, Tedra, man, you guys are very good at killing these things.
Whoa, now.
Fucking damn it.
One time.
As I keep walking.
One time, probably.
One time too
One
many.
time each.
Definitely one time for me. I don't know if I get actually been told.
As I keep walking.
This will be fun.
And he walks away.
Yeah, Thavius just follows the rest of the group. You make your way towards the gate. The portcullis is dropped. There is still approximately 40 guards, 20 on each side. As the group approaches, they kind of look up, just sort of normally as part of their duty. Then they see Barney with a body over her shoulder.
Yep, this is fine.
And all 20 lower spears.
Where are
Hello, friends.
One in the middle.
I'm already got my badge out. And I'm going to be... I know this looks a little unseemly. Believe me.
One says forward and says, "Who's that then?"
Ooh, who are you talking to? There's several members of our party.
Don't play smart with me, girl. The body.
Oh, her. I didn't quite catch her name. I believe she said she was from an upper city family. We found her in the Duke Thalamra's house.
And when you found her, was she alive?
No, unfortunately.
Nope.
We got there just a bit too late.
Absolutely not.
Super dead.
Make a deception check.
Do I get
Mano
advantage
and
because
I
the
are
others are
helping?
helping?
Yeah, but Riala has to make it.
Yeah. Good.
Yes!
Not great, that's a 13.
I mean,
This is fine.
Let me find a guard character sheet.
Oh.
I can tell you that it's 0.
Cool.
Oh wait, no, perception. They're proficient.
Yep.
It would
Wouldn't
be
it
an
be insight?
insight, not a perception.
Which is wisdom.
Yes.
Yeah.
I would also like to say, while you're doing that, I shift the body across to the other side because the badge is on the side with the body, and they have to like sort of wipe away some of the blood.
Blood.
The one guard takes a step forward, and all 19 of the other guards take a step forward with him. spears still lowered,
Oh no.
and says, show us her face.
Her face.
I very gently walk forward. I bring it back over in front of me, and I hold her up like a sort of like a very big human baby. And sorry, her face is a little bit messed up. I don't know how all of that blood ended up spilling from her throat onto her face.
We've seen some rather disturbing things in the Vanthampur mansion.
We are part of an official investigation, and we found an incident at the Vampire Villa.
We're headed back to report it all.
There's a lot of paperwork to do.
He says, well, I'm a guard. Why don't you report it to me? What happened?
Good idea.
Well, you aren't my superior, are you?
You're not
I
my
have no idea
supervisor.
who you are in the chain of command. I work directly for the head of the Flaming Fist.
He says, who's that then?
I'm going to turn to Manu and be Manu, if you would tell our friend.
Yeah, sure. Yes. What's his name again?
His name is Captain Zodge.
It's Captain Zodge.
That's
Surely you recognize my friend Manu of.
Yes. I have done a lot for this city. We work directly for Captain Zodge,
was definitely.
and
As you can see by our badges.
yes, the badges. I tap the badge.
He says,
We are so going to prison.
you, must have been busy. Captain Zodge isn't in charge anymore.
What happened? Tell me everything.
Gods.
Well, that is a surprise to hear.
Where is he?
But yes, we have been busy working on an investigation
Undercover.
into the death of Duke Litharampur's son.
We are going to prison.
Look,
Says, Liara Porter's ship arrived today. With the Duke the Grand Duke that went missing in Elturel. He was the former guard, the former leader of the
Yeah.
Flaming Fist.
Yeah.
Liara
ultimate
Porter's her
guy that we were
replacement,
gonna be looking for.
fresh off the boat from Chult.
Well, that's a
Yeah.
pleasure to hear.
Well, we have someone else to report to then. If you'll excuse
Yes,
us.
we have information that they'll want to hear right away. That's even better, thank you.
They all take another step forward.
If we
And
could do that
look,
without the
Thavius-
sarcasm, that would be so helpful.
Thavius takes a step forward and says, I'll have you know I'm Thavius Krieg of Elturel.
Oh, Christ.
I have been rescued by these people, and I will not answer a single question except to these people's superiors.
We're fucked.
Yes. Yes.
No. No.
And the guards lower their spears and kneel. One of them sneakily spits on the ground,
Yeah.
and the portcullis is raised.
Hooray.
I mean,
I thought I was going to have to kill a bunch of bitches.
As
Again.
I thought I was gonna die.
I'm going to
Because
usher everyone
interesting
through very
data.
quickly, and as we leave, I'm going to say, thank you for your service. Very sickeningly sweet, sarcastic.
And as you pass through, one of the guards says, "Oh my god, that's Theon Hune." And as you pass through, the portcullis is closed. The
I
20
would like to
guards.
say,
Yep.
as I walk past, look, I don't know why we're not telling you anything, but you should probably check out the villa of person's name that I definitely know.
Vanthampur.
And see what is going on there, because there is obviously something shady happening, and I don't know why we are not telling you, but everyone should be working together for this thing.
I'm just gonna grab Bonnie and start dragging him off.
Yep.
As the portcullis is closed behind you, you say that to the 20 guards on the lower city side, who a guard that seemingly is the one in charge of this 20 snaps her fingers twice at the other side, and 15 of the 20 guards go running off towards the villa.
Well,
I
hope
mean,
you
we
had all
just-
the evidence and stuff there, because it's fucked now.
Tell the truth.
Well,
I'm aware that you're telling the truth, but you like to extend it a little bit.
No, that is just lying.
sometimes the truth is not the most helpful thing, Barney. I will say very quietly once we are farther away from the gate.
So where do we go to?
Well, we go to whoever these people were that have taken over from Captain Zodge.
What was the new person's name?
Liara Porter.
We still have a job to do.
Sounds like a bitch.
Maybe
I
yes,
guess we
maybe
can-
no, but either way they'll want to see what's happened.
All I've said is her name. Why is she a bitch?
And they'll
We should-
definitely
Sounds
want
like a
to
name
talk
for
to
a
our
bitch.
friend
What do you
here.
want from me?
We should find Zodge. Zodge will lead us in the direction of this new captain.
What if he's been shipped off?
Maybe Zodge is
Aw.
with them.
We don't know. We find out what we can. We talk
The
to
one
whoever
thing
we
I'm
can.
worried if is Zodge isn't in power, and they don't like the way he's been running things.
We might be in big trouble.
So
Hopefully, discovered in the villa will be enough to
So where are we gonna head?
look.
We're gonna head from here though.
Yeah.
The gate.
Yeah,
Basilisk Gate?
See if we can
guess so.
find Sarge.
Do
or
we
anybody who
know-
knows where he
would Manor know of any place that was like ahead of the flaming thing? Because was his office at the Basilisk Gate? They're trying to stop people getting it.
He was just stationed there.
yeah, before all the hubbub with Amric being found in the streets, just about all of the Flaming Fist were posted at the Basilisk Gate, keeping the gate shut to the immigrants from El Terrell.
Yeah. So would Manor know somewhere that would be like the headquarters of the Flaming Fist that we could go to find these people?
Previously, before El Terrell, it was the Grand Duke's personal manor before he left for El Terrell and is apparently missing.
And after El Terrell?
That only happened recently. So there's, I mean, there are a couple of barracks and stuff, but yes, as far as you all know, like I said, just about all the Flaming Fist are at the Basilisk Gate,
I guess that's
stemming the tide.
Well, if we can get to some Flaming Fist, you can point us in that direction.
So you guys just start moving towards the Basilisk Gate.
I guess I'm gonna keep a lookout for Flaming Fists on our way over there to see if there's any I can like pull aside and talk to about finding these people. Or Zodge.
About here, you'd see a patrol. There still seems to be the same patrols that you saw this morning. Random patrols of 4 to 6 running, sort of darting through alleyways, running along the streets. The streets themselves are still like near on completely abandoned.
Good, less people to see our dead body.
But if you want to, you can very easily
Yeah,
flag
I'll
down a patrol.
get their attention and wave them over, making sure that my badge is very visible.
You wave them over, they come charging forward, they skid to a stop in front of you, and then they see the badge and they're like, "Oh, yes, miss."
I was wondering, tell me, we'd heard news that the Grand Duke is back from El.
I don't know where you heard that, miss. That's crazy talk. El Terrell's gone.
Well, obviously, but
The Grand Duke's gone with it. That's what all the hubbub's about.
fair enough. Would you happen to know where Captain Zodge is?
Oh, Captain Zodge, he'll be at the gate.
Wonderful. Thank you very much.
And
Would it be possible to get an escort there?
Okay. And they all turn around and start running in the direction of Basilisk Gate.
Cool.
I just figure if we're with an escort of Flaming Fists, we're less likely to be pulled over by other Flaming Fists for walking around with a dead body.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they
Legitimate.
turn a corner and they say, keep up. We got duties to do still. And they just start running off
course,
towards
of
the
course.
Basilisk Gate.
wave everyone after them.
Come on, Barney, let's hustle.
And Thavius starts like grunting uncomfortably as he sort of starts jogging. But yeah, you arrive at the Basilisk Gate about 2 minutes behind the escort. Thavius slowing you all down.
Yep.
But they are
Fucking
There's-
rich people.
there's the four young flaming fists that you stopped standing in front of Captain Zodge.
Awesome.
And
So the
it
guards were fucking with us.
as you approach, the four young ones are like, "See, Captain, we weren't making it up. They really were wanting to see you." And Captain Zodge lights up and just kind of waves his hand and sends them off. And he says, my lovely deputies, welcome back. And I see you've bought presents." Looking at Barney.
We have many
more
gifts.
presents than you would expect.
Very well. Tell me all.
Perhaps somewhere more private, though.
Yes, definitely somewhere more private.
Please and thank you.
He ushers you towards a guard box that you've previously stood in during your first meeting.
Cool.
Mhm.
And he says, this will be slightly more cramped with your new guests.
It's
I'm
Please.
sure
Maybe
they'll make
outside.
do.
so.
So we will let him know. When was the last time we saw him? What happened between them?
Before any of the Vanderbirs were dead.
Okay, so
Yeah.
tell him about Amric. Tell him about going there. Tell him.
Perhaps leading with the fact that they were funding
Yes.
the dead
Yes.
train.
No, we already told him that.
Did we?
Yes, when we came
Okay.
back from the bathhouse. We
Well,
did
they're
tell
all
him
dead
that.
now.
The last time you spoke to him, you were trying to find out how to get permission to go to the upper city.
Oh, right. So
Yeah.
we could investigate the villa. Right.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So they're all dead now.
Yeah. So we'll tell him.
Delightful. And who are
Emmerich.
these?
One is a nerd.
I would like to introduce you, and I will introduce whatever the fuck the nerd's name is.
Yeah.
Philaster.
Philaster, yes.
The last
He
And
says,
guy.
I'm
this-
Philaster Fisk, and does like a bow.
Thanks, Fist.
A
And this
Fisk?
would be the
Yeah, that's what I said.
previous leader of Altera. Apparently.
And
Avi is Krieg.
Captain Zodge looks him up and down and says, by the 9, you really have delivered.
And also, we have a dead person.
We found all three of these in the sewers of the Vampanther Villa.
Chippy,
The
Hume?
Fist, whatever his name is,
Yeah.
and the woman were in prison, and we found Krieg in the vault with a shadow that was not his own.
Yeah, that was weird.
That
Sure, it's nothing.
is delightful. We can burn that shadow away off this
Oh,
this Gentile of our sister city.
how do you burn a shadow?
Flaying the flesh, of course.
Hang on it. Wait a second.
Oh, is this another thing like there's more than one way to skin a child?
An apt metaphor. Whoever came up with that would be very wise.
Moving on.
It would be
We
noted
swept the
that
house.
shadow actually left as soon as he left the vault. So
Yes, the shadow, I believe.
was
I mean,
probably down to
now-
about itself.
Have we been checking?
He
I
kind of
assume
like
we had.
waves his
I
hands
feel
for
that.
silence and says, I have many a flaming fist who would love to take a chunk out of this man. All of this, and he like waves towards the gate where there's still like 100 or so flaming fist, like
Oh, yeah,
braced
these
against
are-
it.
These are all your dudes. These are all
He's-
your peoples.
He's part of our people now. He's one of us.
Um,
Aren't you,
Manu,
buddy?
Manu, no. No.
Manu.
I
He
don't
says,
think that's what
yes,
he's getting.
absolutely I am.
Manu, has anyone told you about the good things of taking the easy route?
It sounds easier.
Right? Does that not sound wonderful?
So are we kicking him out of the club?
Yes.
We will see what happens
Oh.
at the end of all, because there's still a lot up in the air, right?
Says, I don't believe so. You've done your job. 200 gold is yours.
Oh, yeah.
Barney, you can dump that body on the floor. And he leans out the door, snaps his finger twice. 6 young flaming fist arrive, and he points to Savius and says, "This esteemed guest is Savius Krieg of El Terrell. Please show him to our finest quarters."
Weren't we going to take him to Candlekeep though?
Oh, you've got 0 chance of getting him out of Baldur's Gate now.
This is fine. I mean,
He
we're taking
has
Fist
a lot
too.
to answer for.
It seems like a matter beyond us.
Oof. Alright.
So, next plan: go sleep and then journey to Candlekeep.
But yeah, I just would have told Zodge like everything that we saw in the mansion.
That sounds like a poor idea, but okay.
Not
The,
everything we did.
As you start explaining it, he just
Like, I don't care.
he just waves it away, as if he's
Cool.
waving your words out of the air, and says, "No, a
Cool.
deal is a deal. You stop the dead 3." And he puts out his hand. He says, "I'll have my badges back, please."
Oh yeah.
And
Alrighty.
I will hand mine back. Slightly reluctantly because it's come in use, but also like I don't want to hang on to that.
he reaches under the table and pulls out a large sack of gold and just slides it along.
200 GP each, yeah. Or is it 200 GP total? I don't.
I will double check that.
Yeah, right.
Because
we
that
still
was a
got-
while ago.
It sure was. That
He
was
pulls out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pouches of 200 gold each,
fuck yeah.
Jesus. All
and
right.
says, "You have done the city of Baldur's Gate a great service this day. You delivered to us the culprit of all of our hard work, a corrupt elite of El Terrell, and this 1,000 gold is a small price to pay for the penance we're about to reap from him."
But
Many thanks for you.
I
I just want to check and see if he's on the level with like talking about Krieg and everything.
This seems fine.
Yeah.
What do you mean
I
by
wanna-
if he's on the level?
Like, if he has some ulterior motive in everything.
I mean, he's not hiding the fact he's being callously sarcastic
Yeah.
about
I mean,
So-
apart
so
from
about-
the
about Krieg's
obvious
welfare.
ulterior motive of beating the crap out of Krieg.
Oh yeah,
Like
Krieg's
he's
fine.
gonna die after a very long, painful interrogation.
Yep.
Like,
Do you mean outside of that?
Yeah, I mean, like, if this was some sort of, like, power play thing, or...
You can make a insight check.
19.
Seems like Krieg's about to die.
Yep.
do not agree with this.
Oh, you don't agree with this?
No, I will
Punch
always,
an old man so
I
hard his
will-
head turns round?
always stand up for the innocent.
bullshit.
I fucking want to insight check that!
I would like to.
Krieg is innocent, and he is just caught up in this mess. He was kidnapped. He has nothing to do with the destruction of his town. I believe him wholeheartedly.
Are you saying this to Zodge?
Yes.
Mate.
Zodge looks at the group. Everyone.
Riola's
In
head
turn.
in hands is
I'm
just...
saying hands up, like.
He looks at
I don't-
everyone
You do you.
in turn, except Manu,
I'm just
and
shaking my head.
says, "Now, maybe you all start to realize why somebody used to be a town guard."
Fuck.
Oh shit, you...
Fucking
some
sick man.
Look, I was
Fucking-
good at excessive force. I was never good at the interrogation.
Oh shit.
The sickest of burns.
He says, "I believe our business here is concluded," and ushers towards the door.
Okay, bye.
Before
I'm gonna
we-
usher the other NPC out with us, the, what's his name
Phalaster.
from?
Phallus.
Thally. I'm gonna call him Thally.
I'm already calling him Fist.
Phallus fist.
Phallus Fist?
He looks at you all and says, I don't mind Fally, but I've said repeatedly it is Fisk. With a K in the common
Okay,
tongue.
Like Wilson.
With a
I
K.
would like to just approach the captain. Captain, I appreciate the gold, but the deputy badges may come in useful. Is there any chance I could perhaps buy the permanent use of this in exchange for the 200? Or perhaps more?
Do you plan on leaving the city?
We may, but we may come back. You know, these things may come in handy. We have done such a great favor for you.
Baldur's Gate is a lifelong posting. You can't ever leave once you're deputized.
Wow.
Is that the commitment you're willing to make in return for this badge?
AKA,
Well, I mean-
do you want to retire your character now?
We could have closely to watch the.
At the moment, with eagle eyes.
But I concede your point. Very well.
Oh, that's fucking hilarious.
And again,
AKA the
he
DM
ushers
doesn't
towards
want
the
us to
door.
have a police badge
Yeah, right?
anymore.
This is why I left, convicting an innocent man. I hand in my badge.
You didn't leave, Manu, and you know it.
I left in my own way.
I mean, how lifelong can this thing be, man?
Okay, I
feel
think
like
it's time to
lifelong
find a tavern.
Fire.
As you start to walk out the door, your meeting with Captain Zodge is interrupted by the arrival of several Flaming Fist soldiers clad in plate armor.
Fuck.
From behind this wall of swords and steel steps an armored woman with a white cloak and greying hair. Are these the maniacs who have stirred up every nest of rats in this god's forsaken city? She asks.
Captain Liara Porter, I take it.
Commander Porter, says Zodge. I was told you wouldn't be in Baldur's Gate for at least another 10 days. That's what this city's government wanted you to think, Captain, she replies. Turning to you, she says, I trust you've been adequately compensated.
Hello.
I really just want to go for a drink,
I
if
am
I'm
very
being
tired.
honest. This seems like an internal political matter.
So we'll just go that way. Yeah, we good.
Well, now hang on.
Manu?
Manu, shut up.
No,
Really
no,
don't rave.
let the man speak.
God.
He really doesn't have anything worthwhile.
Zodge has it in for this innocent man here,
Manu.
and he's willing to crucify him.
Manu.
Who
There's lightly
is
toasted
this?
bread and water waiting at El Song Tavern just for you.
Who is this innocent man?
He is the victim of a kidnapping and the once great leader of El Terrell.
No, he's fine.
Okay, cool. All right, let's go.
She's she raises a finger, and the guards surround you, and she says, "What are your plans now?"
Go to a tavern.
Get a drink.
At the moment, have some rest. And then I believe we have been contracted for a job by our friend Mr. Fisk here to escort him home.
Does that have anything to do with El Terrell?
I don't believe so, Mr. Fisk.
Why would you toss it off to the NPC? What is wrong with you?
And Fisk says, "Well, yes, the bald man found a magical box. We believe it holds the contract that caused all of this. Thank you for giving me an opportunity to speak, Riala."
We are going
Instant
to
regret.
Immediate regretty.
We have a party
It's
of
fine.
3 faces,
And
and you pass it to the NPC.
Yep.
Liara Porter says, do you believe, addressing Philaster, says, do you believe this could stop the same thing happening to Baldur's Gate? And Philaster says, I mean, it's a start. And she snaps her fingers, and a page steps forward. A very young, like 15, 16-year-old boy. He has a Robin Hood cap in with a feather in his hat, a sheaf of paper, and a quill, and says, just leans, and Liara leans into his ear, whispers something. He scribbles something down on the piece of paper, rolls it up, puts it in a tube, and hands it to you. To whoever would be closest in the group.
I'll take it.
I want to say
Probably
probably Riala.
Says, my time in Chult has taught me anything. It's to trust adventurers to get things done.
Oh, thank God.
This should see you get out the gate and anything you need.
I'll give a small bow and I'll say thank you for our trust in ma'am.
And she just turns on her heel and Zodge, you old dog, and they go into the guard
Oh,
room and
thank
shut
Christ,
the
they're
door.
on good terms.
I'm just gonna usher everyone quickly,
To
but
the
not
Old
to
Song
be
Tavern.
noticeable. Let's leave. Do not push our luck.
Elf Song Tavern, it's time for
Can't-
a sleep.
We lost a party member.
We really didn't, Manu.
Look, I have 6 bottles of 10 gold wine. Who wants to come drink?
I have money to split between us all.
So
That's
do
one
I.
less party member to split the money between.
You make a good point.
Right?
Alright.
See?
To
Told
Elf
you.
Song Tavern!
To Elf
I
Song
don't-
Tavern.
I don't think he could fight very well anyway.
In the morning, we play.
In the morning we plan.
In the morning, we're probably going to be woken up with swords at our throats.
Shh, that's the morning.
You arrive at the Elsong Tavern, completely unaccosted.
Oh hey, we have a new piece of paper that basically lets us do anything we want.
I think this might be a one-time use, though.
Yeah, but until then,
As you approach, Schooner is still standing directly in front of the door.
I'm gonna give him a little wave.
He moves out of the way for you all.
Thank you, Schooner.
Thank you, Scooter.
As the door opens, you can hear like ting clunk 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 as Clank kind of like shuffles
I'll
out of the
wave
way,
to Clank too.
and Alan comes out of the. Actually, Alan's still behind the bar, and he says, "Ha, you've returned."
We're back. I have a gift for you, Alan.
He says, I do enjoy
I'm gonna
gifts."
walk up to the bar and I'm gonna pull out one of the wine bottles that I took, one of the gold ones.
Yep.
The 10 gold. Put it on the counter. I'm gonna go.
And what did you say, sorry?
I say for you, and I put it on the counter.
And he picks it up, kind of. You can see a look of disappointment on his face for a second.
he's like, "This
Then he-
shit."
Then he picks it up and looks at the label and is like, "Oh, why, thank you."
Only the best for the man who's been serving us while we're in town.
Speaking of booze, would I be able to purchase one of your particular special brews in a bottle?
What brew would that be?
The one we had yesterday.
She's talking about the one that knocked us off our feet.
Yeah.
Brews. I've
The
never heard
brew.
it called that before. Here.
Whatever you call it, my dude.
And he picks up a wooden bucket and says, "This is the rubbing alcohol I use to clean the bar.
Oh, that's amazing.
Help yourself."
I love it. I'll take a bottle.
He says, "Yeah," and he pulls up an empty bottle, similar to the one that you guys drank out of last night, and
Fuck
tips the bucket on its side, filling the bottle up. And he says, you could, for this bottle of wine, you could just have this."
Fuck yeah. I'm down.
I hope you got
God
blind sense.
fucking damn it.
Bottle of rubbing alcohol brew.
It's fine.
He says, "I assume you'd all be wanting rooms."
Yes, and we'll
Please.
take a plate of the usual, please.
Very well.
Where he's just
By which
eyeing
he
Manu.
means usual and cold cut, please.
Yes, that's all I was gonna get.
And
Thank you.
toast the bread.
Manu, unless you are having a bacon sandwich, you may not have toast.
Can't I celebrate?
I have wine. What do you want?
What do you think this is for? Holds up my new bottle.
Hold up your bucket.
No, I put it in a
Like a-
bottle.
Like a civilized,
not a-
cultured person.
I'm not a savage, except for the part that I actually am.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
She says, holding a pan at someone's dinner to her.
This is fine.
So yeah, you get all the food brought up to you in the upstairs dining room, if that's where you want to sit, or downstairs, wherever it is you guys decide to sit.
I think
Riala, I assume you open up the tube at some point.
the
The letter.
yes. I'll read that.
Says
Ray leans over and reads as well.
it says by order of Captain Liara Porter, to the stable master. This group is entitled one riding pony each for their journey. To the gate commander, on presentation of this letter, open the gate and make every effort for them to leave unmolested.
Cool.
It's basically a get out of Baldur's Gate free card.
Awesome. Where do we go? Calky?
I'm gonna roll it back up and stick it in the what'sy.
I mean, like, it's just an option, though. We can still stay here, right?
We can. Fizz. This contract.
Yeah.
Now,
yes.
if I remember correctly, El Terrell was dragged to the Nine Hells.
It's believed so. Yes. It takes a lot to have a crater where a city used to be, especially the light of the land.
And this contract us to help you deliver is a way to try and get El Terrell back.
That's the only clue we have to understanding what even happened. The whole Nine Hells thing is just speculation at this point. If we
But
can open
it's-
the puzzle box, we can see what it says and say once and for all that it was dragged to the Nine Hells or not, or what happened to it.
And if it was, then would we be able to drag El Terrell back from here, or would someone need to go to the Nine Hells?
I have entirely no idea. That is well above my Candlekeep pay grade.
Well, if you had to make an educated guess. You seem an intelligent man.
Nowhere as near as intelligent as my boss. She's the only one I know that might even be able to open that thing. And he just points at Manu.
Well, then it seems I need to have a talk with your boss.
Yeah, I mean that's I'm offering that if we get there. You'll all be able to talk to her.
I'll help you. I will help you reach her.
Splendid. That is splendid. Also, I kind of have no money. Would I be able to stay with you guys?
Yeah, we'll cover your room.
Can I
We
also
will
have some food? I
cover-
can't remember the last time I ate.
We will
Oh
cover
my god. You know
some
what? You can
food.
share my meal with me.
You don't want to share his meal.
No,
Really don't want to do that.
let's
can have
not
some of our
introduce him
platter.
to the monastic way
Oh.
just yet.
So you reject my hospitality? How rude.
I have
we're
not
just-
rejected anything.
All right, well then share. a
Manu,
meal with
it's
me.
not a rejection. It's just we're not worthy of your monastic traditions.
This is
You're
true.
just-
Still, I offer.
I'll take the bread. I've been
Thank
locked
you.
in a prison in a sewer.
We can get you something a little more filling, I think.
Please do.
Riala,
Thank
can
you, Manu.
please- Oh. Very well.
And that will end the session.
Hedonists, all of you.
Just before we completely finish with the actual money stuff that's around, if my mathematics is correct, we should
Yeah, we should
each
probably get that sorted.
get 44 platinum, 81 gold, 22 silver and
Sounds like
6 copper.
something in general chat.
And
I
how
believe
much?
that's right. 6 copper.
Copper? 6 copper.
Yeah. So 44 platinum each, 81 gold each, 22 silver each, and 6 copper.
What is 247 plus 81?
I'll help you do the math later.
Just type the whole lot out into general.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well.
That was fun.
328.
44.
I thought we were gonna kill another old man.
I thought we were gonna save one.
That sounds fake, but okay.
I genuinely liked that old man.
Maybe we would have saved him if you didn't tell them his identity.
Manu is
I
bipolar with
didn't
his
get
old
that
people.
Yeah, right.
Look, I can smell a good one.
Okay, so now I can delete a coin. 200.
Alright, cool. I have everything.
Aren't you supposed to have good wisdom as a monk?
Yeah, exactly. So you should have a little more faith in me.
Hang
I
on. What's
ran
your
out.
wisdom?
16.
17.
Look, I've already had this discussion with another player about a person with high wisdom, and it's not. It never goes well.
My intelligence does not come into question here.
Also, does this perhaps? Oh, I don't know. Consist of
Level us up.
a milestone?
Not at all.
Really?
Oh, what?
Seriously?
Definitely
Wait,
not
actually,
yet.
really?
Yeah, not yet.
That was like a
fucking serious?
one
Goddamn.
session dungeon that we pushed out to 3 sessions.
Yeah. What's your point?
We took a while with that one.
That's
yeah.
not a milestone.
But we got a milestone after killing fucking Amric,
Like,
Yeah, and all we
to
did
be
was
fair, this
punch
sounds
him
like
up
the
in the
end of a chapter.
right?
Yeah.
Like it
You would
just
be-
in general, it kind of feels like it would be a.
It would
a
sound like the end of a chapter, wouldn't it?
Yeah, right.
It
Oh,
is
fuck,
not
we're gonna
yet.
wake up with swords at our necks.
We're so fucked.
You're still in chapter 1.
Grant.
Yes.
Before like complete end of session, am I able to go out and grab myself an extra 90 gold worth of inks? For
We can do
looking?
any shopping before we leave next session.
I didn't know
I was
you
just
could
thinking
get-
about for expediency's sake, just like saying, can I do?
Assuming we can leave.
Yeah. Maybe there's something that happens when we wake
You
up.
can check
This,
in.
which is why I'm not doing it when I wake up before the end of the night. I go out.
While the
What
rest
time
of us
is
are
it?
chatting.
Like, what time is it?
Yeah, that's a good question. Because we kind of went out really early in the morning.
I think.
Wouldn't it still be morning?
I don't remember.
It would be late afternoon because
Okay.
it was
Right, yeah, because we left and then went to sleep, then came back.
That's
Yep.
right.
They killed themselves
Yep.
through their actions.
Yep.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Possible?
I'm with Mano on this one.
I'll make a
Okay.
note for it for next session. Just not right
Okay.
now.
Goddamn.
Alright.
I was running some new spells.
Stuff is happening.
Alright, peeps.
Oh, that is session 10 now next week,
Yeah, it's crazy.
God damn.
and you're
Damn.
still on chapter 1.
Yep.
Shut up.
Think of
I've
how
not
much
even
longer
finished
this
chapter
entire
one.
campaign's gonna take.
Think of
all
how
this
much quicker
faffing
it would
about.
take if we could attack twice. Oh, I'm such a douche.
Yes, you are.
Wow.
Shoot, what do I get?
You're not supposed to
Yep.
just
Supposed to
agree.
agree.
I've made a note for next session that you would like to shop, Ray. Just so you know.
Yep. Just like I said, just like a quick little.
Quick
90
little
gold's worth of rare
3-hour
inks.
shopping sun.
For
so-
us, for a
Yeah,
Not
second,
even
I thought,
5 minutes.
I
Yeah.
thought you were going to say
just
I
want
made
to
a
go
note for next session. Lithedra is a douche.
I
mean,
just
it's
wanna-
fair
Oh,
enough.
that's been a note since session 1,
I was going
honey.
to say, well, she wasn't much of a douche in session 1.
I was about to say just for expediency's sake, but okay.
But anyways, I'm off. I'll see you
Yeah,
guys.
Have a
next
good
week.
night.
So yes.
Calculations.
Stay safe.
I think this is more money than reality.
Alright, if anyone's watching the stream, that's where we're gonna end it. I
we're
hope
also
anyone
running
watching
something
enjoyed
as well.
themselves. We do this campaign every Monday at 7:30 PM Australian Eastern Daylight Savings Time if you want to tune in and watch. At
I
this
will
point,
help you count.
I'll also be running a Lost Mines of Fandelver campaign on Friday,
Slow.
7:30, or starting at either 7:30 or 8:30 Australian Eastern
Very
Daylight
fast.
Savings Time. If you're interested in following and seeing when I go live, by all means hit that follow button. You'll see whenever I go live, and D&D brings in the biggest crowds for some reason. Have a good night, everybody.